Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
They want to cut out a lot of the student loans as well. If midterms can't come any sooner. But yeah, they want to cut like Medicare. I think a lot of Social Security, if I'm not mistaken, like a lot of the stuff that just people just benefit from in general with the federal government are things that they want to cut. From my understanding, that's like the overall thing of the big beautiful bill. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because, like I said, I haven't done the necessary readings to do a full thing on it. And so, just out of respect of that and to the viewers, I want to do you guys any disservices on that. Shout out to my brother Phil Lewis, as always. My dog, man. Phil Lewis, bro. Alabama state officials have declined to release a video footage of 18-year-old Jabari Peoples, who was unalived by the police, claiming they would jeopardize the investigation. What does that mean? We don't want to release the tape because it will jeopardize the investigation. What do you think? What does that mean? It'll make us look wrong in the investigation and won't help our case because the public will see like who stupid. Hold on. Let me stop and share this again. I lost audio on the screen share. All right. AL.com, they've done an exceptional job of covering this entire situation. This was written by Carol Robinson. Release of the video footage of the unaliving of Alabama teen by Homewood police would jeopardize the investigation, state officials said on Tuesday. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency released a statement to AL.com that said the agency received a request from the family of 18-year-old Jabari Peoples on Monday for a disclosure of the body camera or dash camera footage on the June 23rd unalived shooting of Jabari Peoples. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency has a process by which an individual or their personal representative who is the subject of the law enforcement recording may request the disclosure of the body camera or dash camera video evidence. Spokesperson Amanda Watson said the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is the custodial law enforcement agency of those videos. Watson cited Alabama Code Section 3621-213, which states, quote unquote, a custodial law enforcement agency may choose to not disclose the recording if the disclosure would affect an ongoing active law enforcement investigation or prosecution. Loopholes, read the fine print. The law enforcement agency reviewed the request, Watson said, and determined disclosure of the requested recording would affect the ongoing investigation. This will help you win the case against us. So we can't give you that's BS, bro. That's BS, bro. It's people in my comments every single time, and I guarantee you it's gonna be somebody else in the comments right now that's gonna say, you ain't see the footage. I seen the footage. The boy shouldn't have been smoking weed. If he wasn't smoking weed, then he'd still be here today. If he wasn't resisting to the cops and fighting against the cops. We don't know what happened because we don't have the video. And y'all acting like y'all seen the video because y'all tired of black people calling out the wrongdoings of black people in the South. That's what it is. It's black fatigue, right? Black fatigue, that's a hashtag. That's a little social media trend and everything like that. But guess what? We still gonna keep reading these stories. We still gonna keep talking about these stories. We still gonna keep saying Jabari Peoples' name. So prepare to be more black fatigued. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm sorry, not sorry. Therefore, in accordance to the state law and in the interest of protecting the constitutional rights of everyone involved, as well as prioritizing a thorough law enforcement investigation of the recorded subject matter, the Law Enforcement Association respectfully declined to make the requested disclosure, according to the statement. Watson did not say if there was any timeline for the future release of the footage. The family's lead attorney, Leroy Maxwell, said that he would respond to the Law Enforcement Agency statement later today. Peoples, a 2024 graduate of Aliceville High School, where he was a standout athlete, was unalived on June 23rd at Homewood Soccer Park. Homewood police said that a veteran officer who has not been publicly identified, they won't even release this man's name. We know Jabari Peoples' name. We know that what? He was smoking weed. He got pulled over. Allegedly, he was being, but we don't even know the cop's name. They don't want to release the cop's name. They don't want to release the footage. This don't seem fishy to anybody. You're right. I'm tripping. It's all in my head. I'm so tired of black people spinning the narratives and making up false things against the police. Who has been publicly identified approached the vehicle to investigate because of a recent increase in criminal activity in and around the city's athletic complexes. So he was stopped for being black. The officer, police say, smelled marijuana and ordered Peoples and his female friend out of the vehicle. The encounter ended with Peoples resisting, allegedly, breaking away, allegedly, from the officer as he tried to handcuff him and grabbing a weapon, allegedly, from the driver's side door pocket. We don't know because we don't have the footage. So we're just taking the police word for them trying to defend themselves that they didn't commit a crime. I just want you guys to know what's happening. The officer fired on Peoples, who was pronounced unalive a short time later at the UAB hospital. Peoples' family and Maxwell disagree with the narrative, saying that Peoples wasn't armed and didn't resist. And by the way, they didn't even notify the family until the next morning. Maxwell on Monday said Peoples was hit once in the back, and they're demanding the Law Enforcement Association to release any footage of the unaliving. Maxwell has previously said that the request for any footage of the fatal incident was made last week and was denied. They deserve to see with their own eyes what happened in Jabari's final moments, Maxwell said on Monday. The public deserves transparency. Jabari's family deserves justice, and justice begins with the truth. More than 200 people gathered at the park on Monday night, a shrine set up in the parking space where Peoples was unalive 1 week before. Family community activist Peoples' former coach and pastor spoke at the event. They prayed, chanted, and released doves and balloons in Peoples' honor. At the visual, Peoples was described as a giver and a dreamer. "Quote unquote, nobody knows him better than me," Brian Peoples said. "We played on the same sports team. We walked the same halls at school. We graduated a year apart. To see his character bashed, seeing him get talked about is nothing other than insane to me," his brother said. "He was so smart. He was a real dreamer. He wrote down his dreams. He took down notes and he wrote about what he wanted to do. He had a plan for his life. He didn't walk blindly. He was nothing less than inspirational," Brian Peoples said. "I stand here for him today, appreciative of all the support and all the people who have our backs. We're just calling for justice for my brother. That's all I want." Unfortunately, I feel like we know how this is going to end, but it's just like, dang. Alabama do better. Homewood police do better. I pray maybe for a miracle. Maybe something shock me. The last thing I want to.
Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up? What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
We watching Hey, Rashad.